Okay, let me give it one more second to let this thing tick to 8:30. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being in attendance either right now or perhaps you're going to catch the recording later. So we're thankful either way. We're just excited to talk about the wonderful things our school has to offer and what our kids have to offer. It's a family in Hornet Nation, and we're really thrilled about that, despite having to go through the pandemic and the things we do. But I'm Greg Newland. I'm the very proud principal of Western Guilford High School, and today we get to talk about our AP Academy. Ms. Taylor Peel is going to lead us through most of it. She's our AP coordinator. Amazing teacher, amazing coordinator, amazing educator. We're excited that she's going to be presenting some material for us today, just to talk about the wonderful things our kids do and the opportunity that they have afterwards, which I think is the most important piece. So welcome this morning. This afternoon, we'll be doing several of these as we go. So welcome each and every time. We're happy to see you. Be even more happy to see you when we can see you in the building. So.
Good morning, everyone. I appreciate Mr. Newland's kind introduction. I am Taylor Peel, the AP Magnet Coordinator here at Western. I just wanted to start us off with a little direction as to how you can ask us some questions as we go. We love talking to people, so this is a little weird for us that we can't actually talk to you verbally. So we would love to get some feedback and some questions from you as we go. So if you are on a computer, you should hopefully be able to see a little bar close to the bottom of your screen, and it'll have a little notice that the Q&A is open. You can click on that and be able to put in any questions or comments that you have. And then if you are on a phone, there should be a little icon toward the top that has little bubbles and a question mark, and that'll do the same thing. So make sure you send us any questions or comments you have as we go. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Newland to give us some quick facts about Western Guilford.
Oh, thanks, Taylor. And families, thank you. If you do have a question, for some reason we're not able to answer that, we are capturing all of these questions and we'll be able to publish something. If there's something that you want to ask offline, feel free to email me. You can email Taylor, Miss Leedy, I see on there. You can email any of us. We'll find the question. I'll find the answer to the question, rather make sure we get it to you. So we are conveniently located in Guilford County, right next to the airport. I say right next to. It's close enough that sometimes the planes feel a little lower than I'd like them to be. But we're on the west side of town. Obviously, our catchment zone, so to speak, for students is really large. So if you're over here towards the west side, that's our home kind of area. But if you're traveling from somewhere else in our district in the county to take part of the AP Academy, we do have transportation is provided for you. We're accessible to everything. It's really, really easy to get us right off of Friendly Avenue.
All right, and I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful Kim Leedy, who is our assistant principal over the AP Academy.
Thanks, Miss Leedy.
And she's going to give you a little something to think about during our presentation today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited that you're here, and I hope that you can spread the word about these events and tell a friend about it. We've got an additional 5 events for the AP Capstone and our Transportation Distribution Logistics program. I wanted you to think a little bit about what you're looking for in a high school, because high school is a wonderful 4 years of your life. So before you dive into that experience, I want to think about what are the most important 3 things for you to find in a high school. I'd love it if you, as a parent or a student, would pull out a Post-it note and jot those 3 things down. And I want you to listen for those things in our presentation today. So as you hear about anything on that list, you can put a check mark next to it. And if you get 3 check marks, then I need you to go to Schoolment and apply to Western Guilford's AP Academy.
And
so,
if for some reason we don't get 3 check marks, I need you to reach out to us so we can get you 3 check marks.
Right.
You can go to come to Western Guilford.
100%, 100%. I've been at Western Guilford High School this is my 3rd year, and I can tell you that it is, I've worked with some of the most brilliant educators in my career here, and I just think it's a wonderful place to be for many reasons. So Western Guilford High School is a comprehensive high school. So students who come here are going to get the comprehensive high school experience. They're going to have football games. They're going to have homecoming dances. They're going to have prom out at the Marriott at the airport. That's one of the locations that we've had it. So we're a big high school. We have 1,329 students currently. So you're going to get the big high school experience. But by being involved in the AP Academy, you also get the benefits of the small specialized program experience that gives you access to lots of benefits that we're going to talk about throughout this presentation. But one of the key components to AP Capstone at Western that I see is the strong relationships that students have with their teachers. When you go through the process of learning how to be a college student, which is really what we're training students how to do, the relationship between student and teacher is one that goes well beyond high school. So oftentimes I have teachers forwarding me emails that they've received from alumni of our program talking about their experience in high school and how that impacted their college experience. And so we also have access to other programs because we are a big high school. We have access to dual enrollment through the community colleges, and we promote that through a program we call G3, where we try to get students their high school graduation requirements completed within 3 years, making it possible for them to access community college courses for their 4th year. That is something that you could benefit from as an AP Capstone student. We also have the Transportation Distribution Logistics program, which if you don't know about, please visit the GCS Virtual Showcase website and find a time to go to the TDL showcase as well, because as a capstone student, you'll also benefit from that program. You can be enrolled in both at the same time. And what we're doing there is launching students into high wage, high demand careers for college-bound students going straight into the workforce, and students who are a little bit of both of those things. And so we really want to focus on the whole student with Capstone. We want to make sure students have access to service learning opportunities, that they are building a resume that's going to get them into college, which we know is important for you right now, and that's something you may be thinking about. But well beyond that, what we know as educators is it's not all about that college resume. We want to make sure that we're building engaged and active citizens in our community. And so I think that's some of the things that you're going to find here at Western. I am going to queue up our next little clip. We had our student who happened to be our valedictorian in 2019. This is Nehemiah McDonald, a incredible student. Miss Peel and I often can be found saying this student who's way smarter than I would ever be and has achieved a lot in their 18 years, that maybe sometimes more than we have. Nehemiah is one of those students. He is a Park Scholar at NC State. He was awarded 3 different full ride scholarships and had to laboriously select which of the 3 he wanted to get. I think he was a recipient of the Moorhead Scholarship, a full ride to NC A&T, as well as a Park Scholar. So he selected to go to the to NC State and study engineering. And part of that is because he was a part of both our transportation distribution and logistics pathway, as well as the Capstone program. So he is now pursuing that as a career. And so he's one of our star examples of what Capstone can do for a student. So we're going to listen to him talk about his experience.
What kind of made me come to Western was the AP Capstone Academy. I was kind of attracted to it. I was applying to other programs for high school students, and I wanted to come to Capstone because it was like a traditional high school with this program attached to it. So I like the high school experience while having that specialized program.
So that's one of the things Nehemiah spoke about even in his valedictorian speech, was about the ability to access the comprehensive high school experience while still being in a specialized program. And so now I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Peel. Thank you guys so much. And if you have any questions, please post them in the Q&A. We're here responding.
All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the specifics of our program and what the academic experience is for a student in AP Capstone. But first, I want to draw your attention to the little bit.ly link down in the bottom right corner of our presentation. We would love to collect some contact information from you if you are interested in applying, but might have some questions that you would like answered. I would be happy to call you, set up a virtual meeting, or invite you in to see us. So feel free to fill that out throughout our presentation, and someone will follow up with you later. All right, so AP Capstone is a special program that's pretty unique to Western. It is developed by College Board to challenge students and really get them prepared for the college experience. Although we like to say that it's really useful to students regardless of their path after high school, whether it's college, career, military, etc., because we teach skills, and those are skills that are good for just life in general. So we were the first AP Capstone school in North Carolina, so we've got some pretty good history there. And we are one of 2 capstone programs in Guilford County schools currently, and the only comprehensive traditional high school with an AP Capstone program. So that makes us pretty unique in Guilford County schools. So we're going to look at what's special about the capstone experience a little bit later on. But I want to start by just introducing the heart of that, which is, what is AP? What does that mean? So AP stands for Advanced Placement, and we offer courses that are designed to model college courses while still remembering that we teach high school students. So we kind of adapt that college model to the levels of our current students and work with them to bring them to the point where when they do step into a college, there is no doubt that they will be prepared and successful for that. We have a lot of research to back up the fact that the AP experience has a favorable impact on college admissions decisions. It looks really great on those applications. And that once kids are in college, their experience in AP courses makes them more successful. And as Ms. Leedy mentioned, we often hear that from our capstone students that students are able to use especially their seminar and research experiences to benefit them in their freshman years of college. So we have kind of some various reasons why we think that students should take AP courses. And, besides that experience and the kind of advantage of being unique when going through the college admissions process, we also have the fact that when you complete an AP course, you take an exam, and that exam gives you the potential to earn college credit for those courses. So those are classes that you or your student will not have to take in college, and that'll save time and mom and dad probably a little bit of money. So that's a good benefit there. And there are tons of other reasons that I could talk about all day. You can see them there, and if you have any questions about them, feel free to drop them in the Q&A or fill out our bit.ly. And with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the key components of our capstone program. The 3 kind of key tenets of capstone are rigor, research, and distinction. And this is another one of our former students who, as Ms. Levy said, is smarter than I will ever be. His name is BJ, and he was our valedictorian last year. He is currently thriving at Harvard, and he is just such an excellent young man, great character, a great friend to his peers, and overall great person. So I'm going to let you hear a little bit about his experience at Western.
Hey, I'm BJ Odufu, class of 2020. And one thing I really enjoyed about the AP Capstone was definitely the community. The community always pushed me to try my hardest. And then they were also there for, studying together, working hard together, and just a close group of friends.
All right. So as BJ said, our students, they work really hard. to develop content knowledge and skills in their courses. But one of the things that they love about our program is that we do build a strong community so that they have both their peers and their teachers to lean on through that, and it really makes a difference.
Hey,
And Ms. Lee is going to tell you a little bit more about the rigor of our program.
You're on mute.
Thank you. Sorry, I was telling you all about it, but so one of the defining features of AP Capstone is the flexibility of the program. One of the questions in the chat that I just saw was about what's the difference between an AP program and an IB program. So AP has a lot of flexibility. So while we have highlighted our two valedictorians here today, we also want to make sure that AP is a program that is accessible to every single student who's watching this presentation right now. So if I as a student was one who really enjoyed math, but didn't enjoy science, even though those two things should definitely go together. If I were an AP Capstone student, I could make sure that I signed up for AP Calculus and AP Statistics if that was something that I was interested in and had a relative strength in, but I would never be forced to take AP Biology and, God forbid, AP Chemistry, because I don't think I would have been successful in those courses. So it is extremely flexible. Our students have the opportunity to earn the AP diploma and the AP certificate. So AP diploma is a designation that they would earn if they complete and pass 6 AP courses. And if students are not wanting to take on that challenge, let's say I'm a three season athlete, I also need to be in the school play, and I take violin lessons every day after school, then I may be someone who wants to scale back my commitment and the classroom and focus on what my real passions and strengths are academically. There's, as Ms. Peel talked about, the research around what taking one AP course during your high school experience can do to the chances that you will be successful in college is incredible, because it gives you access and exposure to what a college class is really like. We also have a plethora of other career and college pathways within our school that are outside of our AP course offerings. We have a health sciences program. We have a robust cultural arts department. Again, our transportation, distribution, and logistics program. And I can not even name all of them because we do have, like I've said, all of the offerings of a comprehensive high school. Also, I wanted to point out that students can take a couple different pathways, but one of the two of the courses that are a requirement for all capstone students is the AP seminar and AP research courses. These are the two courses that students come to us all of the time and say, my freshman college English teacher asked where I went to high school. They wanted to know who trained me to cite my sources and conduct authentic research and be able to do this with such efficacy. And we tell them to yell and scream about how they went to Western Guilford High School and had this experience in the AP Capstone program. Also, those two courses are ones that the work that students do in those two courses is pretty much well contained within the classroom, because the teacher is there as the facilitator and guide throughout that entire process. So when I say things like AP seminar and AP research, it's not as if students are having to pull all-nighters at the community library in order to complete those tasks. Those teachers are going to be alongside you the entire time you're going through that process and walking you through it. So schedules are very much focused on your interest. As you can see in this sample schedule, this is a student who took some AP courses each year and some courses that were just in the regular curriculum. We are also going to be piloting, I'm not sure if this is when Ms. Peel wants me to talk about it, but we also are going to be piloting some pre-AP courses for all of our students at Western Guilford High School to make sure that everyone's building the skill sets to be successful in those AP classes. And with that, I think I'm turning it back over to Ms. Peel.
Absolutely. So Ms. Leedy already did a great job of introducing the seminar and research courses, but I'll give you a little bit more detail about it. Before I do, I want to remind you that you're listening for 3 things that you think you would love to experience at Western. So be checking off that list. I think by now you've probably surely heard something that meets your requirements. So just make sure you've got that in the back of your brains. So the seminar and research courses are unique to Capstone, only offered through Capstone programs. Our juniors take the seminar course, and our fabulous seminar teacher usually says that this course is designed to teach students how to think. So they do that through interaction with interdisciplinary content. So they might be looking at, history related stuff, language arts related stuff, math, science, current events, controversial topics, and they learn to explore those, think critically, analyze and synthesize information, communicate, work in teams, consider multiple perspectives. Again, all of that stuff is great in the academic setting, but it's also stuff that we just need in everyday life. So regardless of the path that students choose to follow, this is a course that I think is essential. I wish that every student could take it, and I'm jealous that our students get to take it because I feel like my college experience would have been so much easier if I had taken these classes. The research course is especially interesting and unique, and I think it's probably the closest thing that a high school student at a comprehensive traditional high school can get to a college course. In research, students develop their own research question and process. So we're not talking about going on Google and looking up George Washington's foreign policy and writing a paper about it. That's not the kind of research we're talking about. We're talking about creating an authentic, personalized research experience where students are going to do a literature review, develop methodology, get approved by our internal review process, and then conduct observations, surveys, interviews, use all of that to create some findings and present it. That's something that I didn't do until grad school, and I think a lot of people never get to experience in their, traditional educational experience. So that is something that's really unique. And again, if you see my little light bulb down here in the corner, you think about how much you do research in your life, it's all the time, right? Whether I'm looking into, what new TV I should buy, or what car I should buy, or who I want to vote for, or whatever that is, you do research all the time, regardless of college, career, etc. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about another unique part of our Capstone program, which is the special recognitions and distinctions that our students receive. As Ms. Leedy mentioned, our students can earn either the Capstone certificate or diploma. For the certificate, they must have completed those seminar and research courses. For the diploma, they must complete those in addition to 4 other AP courses. And then they receive that special recognition from College Board as they graduate for completing that. But along the way, our students also receive other special recognitions and designations, like the honor of becoming an AP Scholar, which goes along with their performance on their exams. And we have this young lady here, Fatima, who was recently recognized through a special recognition program for young African American scholars. And I'm going to let you hear a little bit about her experience.
The reason that I chose Capstone as opposed to other high schools or even an earlier middle college is because Capstone gives me access to different opportunities, such as taking AP classes that aren't offered at other high schools, while also giving me a shot at a normal high school experience and room in my schedule to pursue things like sports or even clubs.
So again, she kind of emphasizes that flexibility that Ms. Leedy mentioned earlier. This is a traditional high school experience with this enriching academic experience built in. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Newland to mention some of the other wonderful things that we get along with the Capstone experience at Western.
Oh, thanks, Taylor. You know, as I was sitting here listening to you ladies, and thank you, excuse me, I just want to drive home. It's about the experience. So if you're considering, I don't know if I can do this AP, I don't even know if I want to go to college, I don't want to know. This is about life skill. Okay, this is about leaving school being life ready. And not necessarily I have to go to college or I'm going here or I'm doing this. This is about having those skills that just transfer everywhere you go. And the experience, I can't even tell you about the experience, what it's worth for people as individuals. But some of the other things we'll be engaged in, service learning. I am just a huge, I have a servant's heart, I think. I believe in servant leadership. I believe in if you can do for others, then we should do that. And I think if we all do that, what a better place we'd be able to share among ourselves. But so service learning is a big opportunity for us. It's a community. We've said that over and over and in different ways about the community that is the Hornet Nation as a whole, but is also the AP Capstone program. That family is unique and specific to itself, but yet it's part of a much larger nation here at Western Guilford High School. The teacher lectures, we have guest folks come all the time. We engage with people here in the building, outside of the building. We have college visits, the Bryan series. Taylor could probably tell you a little more about the Bryan series than I could, but the point of this slide and this information is to say that the experience isn't just within these four walls. We bring experience in, we take us out to experience as well. And so at the end of the day, that's really what is the life-changing portion of the AP Capstone program. Are you going to get some academic skills and rigor and things that you can't get elsewhere? You absolutely are. Are you going to get instructors that you can't get elsewhere? You absolutely are. They're going to be amazing. But the experience itself is the part that's really going to change you inside as a person and how you look at what you want to do and how you want to do it. So.
All right, thank you for that. And Mr. Newland, would you mind telling them a little bit about who should apply for Capstone?
Sure, everybody. We could have just put everybody on that slide right there. And that's the first bullet. AP courses are beneficial to all students. We believe that. I'm sure you heard that come out in all of us speaking today. We're looking for determined students who are motivated. So is it going to be challenging? It absolutely is. But you know, everybody can do the easy, and we all woke up average. And that's not what we're looking for. That's not what we want you to be when you leave. We want you to be exceptional because that's what's inside of you. And so if you need a challenge and you're determined to meet one, we want you to come do that. You've got to be committed though. You've got to be committed to working. You've got to be committed to be an advocate for yourself, to asking people to help you, because we all need that. I ask these two ladies on the regular, every day, all day, to help me with certain things. And so that's okay. And we want to be available for that. We want you to be committed to growing as an individual, to serving others, to being part of a larger cause than yourself. We want that. Rising 9th to 11th grade. As a 12th grader, it'd just be difficult. We'd love to have you anyway, but it'd be difficult for you to complete the program just because you don't have enough time. So when you come, you just can't take that many courses. And I want you to remember that transportation is provided. Doesn't matter where you live in the county. So transportation is provided. We would love to have you come be a part of this program.
All right, thank you so much for that. And I want to thank all of you for joining us this morning. I hope you heard something that you liked. Remember that list that you made? If we checked some of those boxes, definitely make sure you head over to SchoolMint and submit your application. And definitely submit your contact information to that bit.ly and we will be happy to follow up with you and answer any additional questions or help you with the application process if you need it. So thank you again, and we hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Have a great day, all.